My name is Dr. Dixon, and I'm here to present to you all my persuasive speech. I want you all to imagine this. You're working a full-time job at a company that runs off of your back. Now this company is worth millions of dollars, all because of the hard work that you've done. You're clocking in 40 hours per week, and when it's time to get paid, you ask your boss, where's your paycheck? And he tells you, you being employed is your payment. Now, college athletes across the nation deal with this current situation every year. While being a full-time student, they're also being faced with the task of being a full-time athlete. Them helping their school out, bringing in millions of dollars, and not getting paid for any of it. I believe college athletes should be compensated for all the hard work they do on and off the field. While playing the sport full-time, they're also having to deal with being a full-time student. And that is a tough pill to swallow for any college athlete. They bring a lot of revenue into the school, and the NCAA earns billions of dollars off of them every year because of how the athletes perform on and off the field, and the athletes get none of it. Student athletes are very valuable and they're worth a lot more than people realize. According to Madison Martinez from her blog, The College Plans, she states that since student athletes bring in revenue for their university, especially in college championship games, those who debate who favor of paying them say that students shouldn't deserve it. But I think that they should receive a small portion of the profits. Not only are student athletes balancing the sport that they play, they're also balancing their education. Playing college sports is like a full-time job. They spend an average of 43 hours per week, and that's how much an average American spends working a full-time job, 40 hours a week, 5 days out of the week. Athletes spend all these hours distributed through games, practices, and traveling, and all those hours is just dispensed through the sport, not their education. College athletes also put a toll on their bodies. Put their bodies on the line. And since they're putting their bodies on the line every time they practice and in games, they're going at it full speed. And yes, I know, that's the lifestyle that they chose. But they can get seriously hurt. And since a huge population of fans love seeing them play, and they love going to the games and are entertained by it, the NCAA they're just going to keep running their program because they're making millions off of it, billions. I think athletes should receive a small portion of the profits. I really do. They should at least receive a reward. And in this picture is Zion Williamson. At the time, he was a #1 college prospect. And in this game, he injured his quad in one of the most important games of his career. This injury could have ruined his career, all because he wanted to play his favorite sport, playing his favorite sport that he loves. College athletes also struggle with financial problems. If college athletes were to get paid while in college, it would be good for them. Because some college athletes, they travel across the country, far away from their family, and they don't have immediate resources available to them. And some have not only do they have to pay for the food after school hours, it can really be tough for most of them. Some even have families back at home that rely on them. They're depending on them as their primary resource. College athletes overall work hard to get where they want to be, even if it means going through a challenging schedule. Their whole purpose to go and playing the sport that they love is to go pro because they love the sport. Now they go through this hard schedule like it's a normal job, and they struggle to make ends meet because of it. And the NCAA, once again, makes billions of dollars off of these athletes. And these athletes are the ones who's working on and off the field, or even on the court, working their tails off just not to get paid for it. And it's like what LeBron James once said. I've always heard the narrative of a free education. You guys aren't bringing me in for a free education. You guys are bringing me in to get you to a Final Four or to a championship.